Can we have your names, please? Because I know who you are, but people watching might know your name. So.
Yeah. Well, Ainsley Jeffries now, but was Ainsley Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Leslie Ward, wasn't she?
Yes. It's a long time ago, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Married Warren Patterson.
Yes.
Second Ave.
Yeah.
Still together.
Yeah. Brilliant. And
But commonly known as Fred.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, normally I ask people their age at this, but I'm a little bit reluctant. But
He
you don't mind asking?
No.
How old are you?
63.
63.
There's 2 weeks.
2 weeks
difference.
apart.
Yeah. So we're all very much similar age.
Yeah.
Can you remember your first surfboard?
Yeah, it was Atlas. Atlas.
Yeah. Did you buy that brand new? Or?
It was 9'3".
Yeah.
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 I think it was a hand-me-down from Brett.
Oh, yeah,
From my
your
brother
brothers.
Brett.
Yeah.
My first
You
one.
can't
yeah.
remember what you paid? Probably can't.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Well, no, whether I paid, I probably didn't pay anything for it
You
if Brett
might
gave it to me, but I remember working for my next one on a strawberry farm, and that was up Peter Way.
Yeah.
And I was so
Excited.
to get that. Yeah.
Can you remember your first
No,
surfboard?
not really. I can remember the stringers in it.
Yeah, had a lot of stringers.
3, I think.
Yeah.
With the curve, wasn't it? A curve bottom or something?
Yeah,
it
concave
had?
bottom.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So why do you think you started surfing? Was it just the group that you were with, or there was quite a few girls surfing when you ladies were surfing, wasn't there? Well, there was a few. Yeah.
Just loved the beach.
Yeah.
And the life.
And I think because my brother Brett surfed,
Yeah.
that it was just a natural thing, and I used to go out to the beach with him.
Yeah. So were you a lifesaver as well, or
No.
was your brother was, or
Where it was at
Brett was,
Ruakaka. Yeah.
So where did you start surfing?
Waipu Cove, I think.
Waipu Cove.
Yeah.
Well, Elaine Andreessen's parents, I'd go with her, and that's how I started at Waipu Cove. And because we had transport out with them, and
they were really involved.
Yeah.
It was a real, because we had no transport in those days, so it was, I remember thumbing
out to the beach.
Out to the beach with a surfboard
under
my arm.
And you got a ride? No.
Got a ride.
Yeah,
but it was always surfers that stopped, of course. So, roof rack on the top. And I got told off for that on numerous occasions.
That's from your mum, I suppose.
That was brave,
Yeah. You wouldn't want to do it nowadays, but it was a different time.
Yeah.
I think Whangarei was a lot smaller. You probably knew half the people in town.
Yeah.
Friday night in Whangarei.
Mackenzie's.
Can you explain what was that like on a Friday night? Because there was no weekend shopping, and everyone seemed to go to town on Friday night to catch up where the next do was, or where the party was, or who was with who.
That's
or what.
right. Well, it was just word of mouth. What you're going to do.
Yeah.
I worked at Oars Pharmacy. Fred worked office up the road.
Wrights and NMA.
So they'd all congregate sort of around outside there, and then I'd finish work at 9 o'clock, so race out and which way to see. That was the first thought, to see where we were going the next day, which beach we were heading off to. But so it was a real meeting place for the
it was
party.
crowd. A lot of people, a lot of surfers would all hang up together. It was massive. The police dogs used to come along and move everyone along now and again. First car. What was your first car? You probably didn't have one because you had lots of brothers, but
I didn't ever have a car in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, I was only 20 when I went to Australia, so my first car I had over there.
Yeah. And what was that?
That was a Mini.
Mini, nothing wrong with Mini. Yeah. What about Leslie?
Fred.
Yeah. Fred, sorry.
Where? Here?
Yeah. Well,
we had one of those. It was a little teal car. The doors open this way, and we had a pull-up blind in it.
Yeah.
And is it Paul from the Avenues? Was Paul or someone? One of the surfers ended up getting it off us. I can't remember.
You don't know what it was.
Great fun.
Probably an English something car, more than likely. But the
great.
doors open frontwards.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to be going along the road.
No, it was so, No, it was a great one. And then, of course, we went into V-dubs.
Yeah.
White ones, blue ones.
Yeah. Now,
and with the boards on top.
Now, while I think of it, Warren, when you were hanging out with Warren.
Yeah.
He had a VW, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did you ever crash? Did someone run into you guys at Ocean Beach? For some reason, I can remember.
I do.
Who ran into you?
You've been doing your study.
No, I can just remember it because I can remember Warren parked up at Ocean Beach and someone coming flat out and running into the back of you guys, and there was a lot of disappointment.
Yeah.
But who ran into you?
I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a shame.
Just loose metal and they couldn't stop it. They're obviously going too fast. Yeah.
It's a shame Warren's not here. He's got quite a good memory.
Yeah.
He probably remember quite a bit more than we did.
Yeah. I can remember watching the thing and I know.
Oh, were you there?
Yes, and I remember the tailpipes. They sort of got pushed back in, and probably a few £100 to be fixed at the time. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Best surfboard you've ever had, was that the one that
Probably, the Peter Way one.
Peter Way,
I was really
that
chuffed
really
to get
went
that
good
one.
for you.
Yeah, and I think I had that right till I stopped surfing.
Yeah. What about you, Leslie?
I swear that I got mine somewhere in Whangarei.
Yeah.
But I can't remember where.
Yeah, it was funny that.
In the 100.
Yeah.
The cost.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
It's sort of strange because a lot of the surfboards were in the farming shops, Wrightsons and places like that.
I probably got it there because that's where I worked.
Because I think they had import licences, but I don't know. It was.
So what would a surfboard have cost then?
Probably a couple of weeks' wages or more.
Yeah, well, I recall around 100 something.
Yes, it wasn't. That's what I remember.
Yeah. It'd be a good couple of weeks' wages or more for a brand new one. And my vessel was a horrible old thing that I could hardly carry, but it was good to learn on.
Carry them on the old head and the wind down Ocean Beach.
Well, they were too heavy. We had to really. And if there was a wind blowing.
Did you belong to any surf clubs in those days? I think you both belonged to the Taree Club. Yeah, that was a pretty strong club.
It was good. It was really good. Remember, most people that belonged to the club. Yeah.
And they seemed to get on pretty good. I can remember a couple of fights, but it was usually over a lady or something. But it was nothing too major. Yeah.
Because it was, who ran it? It was Chris Fraserhurst, Dewey Wordley,
Ross Edge,
and
Barry Chappelle, and they were quite a bit older than us.
Yes, they were. So I think, they we sort of respected the fact that they were older. I think,
I think
so. That's why
the club had a bit of a downturn. I think those older ones left, and you got a lot of younger ones in, and it sort of lost a bit of leadership, but. That happens, that's what.
That's right.
Yeah. So what did you wear in winter when you went surfing?
Not a wetsuit.
A t-shirt. Yeah.
A bikini and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
No wetsuits then.
And you surfed right through winter, right?
Right through. Yeah. It was so cold. I remember out at Ocean Beach. It was so cold, sitting there on the board waiting for a wave, that we used to jump off the boards.
In the water because it was warmer.
Because it was warmer
you
in
just
the water.
Didn't get that wind chill coming off.
And at Ocean Beach.
And we just looked for those little fins.
Yeah. Well, did you see any sharks while you were out surfing in those days?
Waifu Cove, but small.
Small.
I remember. And of course the boards were so big. We just put our feet up on the boards and
So you didn't even get chased in or anything, you just stayed there?
No, never had any bad experience.
Looked for shadows, but normally it was a cloud or something.
Never had a bad experience, really,
Biggest wave you've ever caught? Roughly, you had a day when you went out and thought, oh, this is a bit dodgy, but on the big days, what sort of waves were you ladies, riding waves on?
Probably Langs Beach would have been the biggest.
I remember
at one stage, Brett nearly drowned there, and I did too at one stage.
At Langs Beach,
Langs Beach had a really nasty shore break there.
Yeah.
The wave probably wasn't that big, but they were really quite mean.
Yeah. No leg ropes, that's what a lot of people
get.
Such if you lost the
surfboard.
A
lot of swimming, a lot of swimming, but kept us fit.
Yeah.
We were saying that how sort of healthy it was then. No alcohol, cigarettes or drugs.
No, and I think a lot of us played sport and things. I don't know. Did you play other sports as well?
We all did, especially Fred.
Yeah.
Indoor basketball, we played. Started off outdoor. Tennis, I played tennis for years,
Very busy, And the young people today, I don't know what they do, but some of them sit in front of their little computers most of the day, don't they?
It drives us nuts watching it.
Yes, you're very, very active. Scariest moment surfing? You ever been Was that Lang Beach one when you said?
Yeah, probably in Ocean Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, moment too.
The currents.
Yeah, I think there.
The ones.
It got pretty hairy out there at one stage. We were lucky.
Ocean.
I think we surfed with a few people. We sort of didn't go out on our own.
Yeah.
But it got pretty hairy there at one, and it was really difficult to get back in, and that was pretty scary.
Yeah. Did you ever get hassled being like young girls? Did you get hassled by the guys? Most of the guys would have known you because but you never got hassled or anything? No, yeah, that's amazing for that time, yeah.
Not at all.
No.
No.
Actually, they were more supportive.
Yeah, they were actually.
You got given waves like here
we had
yeah.
no bad experience with, no.
I think that's back to Northland being a lot smaller place that you probably knew a lot of the surfers, or most of them, with the odd Auckland one that you...
Well, girls like Jackie Mitchell and that, know, who was a little bit older than us, we were saying before. She'd used to turn up in this tiny, tiny little bikini and look amazing. We all wanted to look like that. And she did. She looked really
good. I was the goofy footer.
Yeah.
So... They all went that way, I went that way.
So you were quite happy in some of the breaks.
But we knew a lot of Auckland surfers, they'd come up on a regular basis. So especially in the latter years, we got to know a lot of them.
Yeah, and they was usually pretty good surfers
they
too.
They were, a lot of them from Takapuna. And
surf heroes, who did you look up to? Was it what's in the magazines or the movies, or probably your older brothers, or...
Oh God, I couldn't remember
magazines. There was.
Yeah. I used to think Colin Lowe was really hot.
Yeah, he was a
good little surfer.
No, I loved him.
But he sort of came towards the end of our... So he was winning comps later on. But he was quite dedicated, wasn't he? He was the good little surfer.
And I think everyone, like you said, everyone looked up to Tui Worley with his handstands and taking his dog out and things like that. He was marvellous.
And of course, he'd be out with Ross.
Yeah, lots of photos with them, you know. Mike Cooney, he was great too. Phil.
Yes,
Phil was
all good surfers.
Used to surf all the time with Brett. So, you know,
Well, they were all good surfers. What sort of music were you listening to when you were going to the beach? If they had a radio,
Beach
Boys, was it?
Yes, Beach Boys. Yeah. From memory, I think.
And the dust in the car.
Yes,
in the roads.
yes. Because some of the cars weren't too good, and they did leak a lot of dust. But that was just part of getting there. You probably had to go out for a surf when you got there because you were just covered in dust.
Yeah, that's right.
I can remember before old Drew Campy, his Holden had
that's
holes. You can see the road. But you didn't think anything of it. That's the cars were like that, weren't they? Yeah.
No.
Surf accidents. Did you ever have any bad accidents? You know, no broken noses or any? Or?
No, just a fin in the leg out at Waipu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, back in the surf the next day. It sort of,
Did you need stitches or?
Yeah, needed stitches.
Yes, going out of Waipu, heading out, ducked down under a wave, and I think it was Dave Boyd lost it and come in and sliced my head. I'd come out in this white bikini and it turned red all over. But I recall there was like, I don't know whether it was in a holiday period or not, there was like an ambulance, like a place there where I went
sort of
and got it stitched up there.
Yeah, it probably was over Christmas or something. They might have had St. John's or something.
Yep.
So what, you needed stitches for that? Yeah. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, I think,
Favourite trip?
We're pretty lucky.
You ever have a favourite surfing trip around?
Oh, we had a great one.
Where did you go?
New Plymouth.
Gisborne Champs.
Gisborne Champs for 67, was it?
New Plymouth or Gisborne?
No, it was Gisborne.
It was Gisborne when...
Yeah, we had, that would be the biggest waves that I recall because they moved it to another... I can't even remember.
Was the closing out a bit or something, so it was just hard to get out or something?
Hard jacket. Because of the nerves and all that.
So you were representing Northland, I take it, down there, weren't you? You both would have been.
Surf it. No, I didn't surf it. From memory, I didn't surf it. I just thought I was just moral support for Fred that time, for whatever reason.
So my brother-in-law took us down.
And she was one of the surfers there, And I remember, but the surf was quite big.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
So you're probably a little bit nervous.
Yep.
I think, was that 67? Can you remember? I think it was. Quite a crew of Northlanders went down, I think. Right. Yeah. What was your favourite beach when you were surfing up here? If you were going to go surfing, where would be the first place that you'd pick?
Well, to me, Waipu Cove.
Waipu Cove? Yeah.
It was because it had everything.
Yeah.
You know,
good burgers as soon as the shop opened.
You could just fill in the whole day surfing and just hanging out and, you know.
Yeah.
But Pārtau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Pārtau as well.
And Waipu Cove is a little bit different because you could park right up there and look at the beach from your car, couldn't you? So,
on a cold
totally
day
different.
you could keep warm and not, mugs of,
Milo
and stuff.
Milo, we did
have.
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen when anything stupid happened when you've been on the way to stand out?
What have you done?
I remember out at Waipu Cove and all the boys were lined up out the back. So I jumped on my board and I had those shoestring straps on my bikini and they broke. and I'm kneeling paddling out. So they all had
a bit of a view.
Bird's eye view. I was horrified. Warren was hilarious.
Was it? Oh, he would be.
So jumped off my board, of course.
Did he come and help you?
No.
You can't anything funny happen onto the way to the beach? No,
I don't think so.
No.
Life was full of laughs. Probably the whole you were laughing most of the time anyway.
It was always good fun. Yeah.
Who did you surf with? We mentioned this a bit, but you would have surfed with your brothers. You surfed with each other.
And Elaine.
Elaine Andreessen. Yeah. And did you, Liz Whitford? She was a school teacher.
Liz Worsfold, is it?
Yes. Did she? You just knew her, but you didn't actually go surfing with her.
Not on the rig. No. She would be there. I think, you know. We were trying to think before.
Was it? Her surname started with A. We spoke about it before. What was her name? Maxine. Was there a Maxine someone?
No.
It was just after she came in.
Yeah.
And it was still when we were having functions at
the
airport at Onerahi there.
Yeah.
We had the shop there originally
and
the hall there.
Yeah.
That's where we'd have all our socials and functions.
We had some good socials.
They were great.
Clubs closed down a couple and things like that.
Where did they used to hold those? I've forgotten.
Well, it's Old Boys Club Rooms, Marston Wheelers Club Rooms, and the hall at Onerahi, which was an old picture there, was a big old hall.
Right.
Because I know that club had a social committee and they'd jack it up, but Now, when did you you're not surfing now? When did you when you went to Aussie, did you ease off the surfing or?
Oh, I stopped surfing before I left.
Did you?
To Australia.
Yeah.
I went to work down in Auckland.
Yeah.
So just got out of the scene. You know. Yeah. I just stopped surfing. It was just sort of grew out of it really.
Same. Yeah. Onto a new life and
I guess when we got married, had the kids, and then bolted to Aussie.
So kids aren't surfing or anything?
No,
fishing. Yeah.
My grandson's going
to. Your grandson?
Well, his dad surfs and he's a good surfer, and he's just 2.5, so we're encouraging him.
Yeah. So how many grandchildren have we got coming out?
Well, one, I've got another one on the way in 3 weeks.
Neat. Oh, brilliant.
I've got two.
Two grandchildren.
14 and 13.
14 and 13. Yeah, amazing. I just, you guys were sort of the pioneers of lady surfing in those days. I don't know if you realize, because there wasn't really that many ladies around. And
no, there wasn't. No, especially in the north.
No, there wasn't. Yeah, you'd go to the beach and you'd be the only couple of ladies surfing.
And it was quite normal for us to.
You just didn't think anything about it.
It was really quite normal.
The boys' company. I don't know. We just got appreciate. I don't know what it was. It was just part of them.
Well, most of the guys I've talked to, they say it was still the happiest time of their lives. That era.
It was.
We didn't get in too much trouble, and everyone just enjoying life or something. I don't know what it was. So
it was a lot of fun. But I think a lot of the fun too was because we had the Tari Club happening, and there were a lot of things that were organised, and you know, and
good. And the club championships, so they were good. There wasn't too much emphasis on it, but
it's fun. You're right there. Yeah, that's the mate, everyone. Yeah.
So why do you think you actually went surfing? Just the enjoyment of catching a wave? It's a hard one to...
At the beach.
At the beach, yeah.
It was nothing like going out on your board and catching a wave.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was, probably the best sport that I've got into, all my life, I think.
Like myself, I've been surfing ever since I started, and I still feel like a 16-year-old when you catch a good wave and someone might say, "Oh, mate, that was good." You know,
that's right. You get a real thrill. Yeah, it's just nothing better than being on a good wave.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'll call it a day, and I'd just like to thank you ladies for giving me your time and effort for this quick interview and just talking about your early days of surfing in Whangarei and Northland. So really appreciate it.
Oh, welcome, Laurie. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.